managing items. This video will discuss the management of items. Click on the Admin tab. Next, click on the Item Master link in the lower left corner. Items that were either imported or manually added to provide service are included in the list. If you're not a QuickBooks user, an Add Item link will appear next to the search field. If you are a QuickBooks user, then you must manage items from within QuickBooks. Any items that were included in your item list in QuickBooks would then be pushed over to iON Pool Care software during the sync process. If you have hundreds or even thousands of items, finding an item may be difficult. If you search or had to scroll through lists quickly to find an item, enter part of the item description or name in the search field. iON Pool Care will automatically find that item. Let's talk about the item availability groups. Items can belong to one or to multiple groups. The service items group are items that will appear on the service item list when adding a recurring task. Create a recurring task per customer for an event or events that need to show up on the scheduled calendar. As an example, you can create recurring tasks to schedule weekly service or semi-annual filter cleans. In contrast, work order items are single events. Consumable items are the consumables or inventory items used when completing these recurring services. These are the inventory items that your technicians will see on their mobile app. Any inventory that is used to document consumables on a recurring service log needs to belong to consumables. Let's look at an existing item. Look at weekly pool full service to understand how this recurring service is going to determine how invoices are created. This item profile defines the default configuration for this item. The item price can be changed at the customer level when we're creating the task using custom pricing. So this is just a default item price. I can change that item price on a customer by customer basis. Is this item taxable? Yes or no. If the item is taxable, you'd select yes. Every time you use this item, the customer's tax rate will be applied. Is this item active? Yes or no. If this is not, then the item would not appear in the available items list for selection when adding tasks. We also have estimated time and variance. The estimated time is the amount it should take, on average, for this technician to perform this service. The maximum amount of time is the estimated time plus the variance. We also have default billing and invoice attributes. Now, the most important field in this item profile is the consumables included yes or no. This option determines if consumables or chemicals and miscellaneous parts are included in the price of the service. In this example, the full service item charges the customer $60 and we are not charging extra for chemicals. Now, I want to make sure I select yes if I include chemicals in my weekly service. Those chemicals will be logged, but a consumables invoice would not be created. If you have some customers where chemicals are included and others where they are not under the same level of service, you will need to have two separate items that are available for selection because the consumables included is binary. You can either have one or the other, and to have both, you have to have two separate items. This is managing items in iON Pool Care software. Let's take a look at where these items are used in the program. We talked about service items being or belonging to recurring services, and recurring services are associated with customers' recurring tasks. So I'm going to go to the customers. I'm going to look at the Task tab. I'm going to add a recurring task. The items available are all the items that belong to the service item availability group. Here, items in the mobile client are the items that are available for selection when performing or logging services. So I have a weekly service that I perform, and here we see those services, and I want to log that I use chemicals. The chemicals included in this list are those items on the item master that belong to the mobile client availability group. And last is the work orders. On work orders, the Add Items option is available when we add work orders to a customer record in iON Pool Care software. When we add a work order, the items that appear in this list are items in the item master that belong to the work order availability group. And that is managing items within iON Pool Care software. If you have additional questions, please issue a support request to have those questions answered.